1313 Crow Avenue.
Welcome to the Cash Cab. It's a TV game show that takes place right here in my taxi. Would you like to play?
No.
Sorry.
Lifetime Networks presents Great Reformers. Where are they now? With your host, Wilford Brimley. We begin today's segment with the legendary author Edgar Allan Poe. Growing up in a dysfunctional family, Poe ended up writing many of his darker poems based on his own traumatic childhood experiences.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It was my pleasure, Mr. Brimley. It's always nice to have a celebrity such as myself on your show.
Now, Mr. Poe, since you are a well-known author, have you used this skill to reach out in the community in any way?
I've started many reading programs to reach out to encourage reading among the children in hopes of influencing the love of literature all the way to the grave. I even volunteered to read to the kids at the library in public libraries.
And how has that worked out for you?
Terrible! Those darn rapscallions don't even give a rat's gluteus maximus about literature. I was reading the glorious story of the Raven, and I heard a phone ringing, and I look up, and all the kids weren't even paying attention. They are indubitably going on those social media sites, posting about their feelings just to see how popular they are, determined by how many likes they get. Foo-sha to those useless nincompoops.
Nincompoops indeed.
Another great reformer that arose around the time of Poe was the Reverend Sylvester Graham, inventor of the graham cracker, who fought hard to reform the nutrition and general lifestyle of all Americans.
Did someone say cookies?
Reverend Graham, craft services will be available after the show. But now that your attention is with us, why don't we discuss your recent efforts in the way of dietary reform?
You want to know what I've been doing recently, Wilby?
It's Wilfred.
Yes, well, I've been spending my time power leveling my warlock in World of Warcraft and experimenting with various Doritos flavors.
Seems like some odd behavior for a health-conscious reverend.
Well, most of my life was squandered away teaching people how to be healthy, inventing my own diets and the way people should act to maintain their health. I even invented the graham cracker, a whole grain treat. But, alas, obesity, it's an epidemic and it has spread across the nation. And I cannot fight it alone. I just let it slip away and I gave up on it, like it gave up on me.
So I see.
Don't judge me, Wilbur.
It's a Wilfred. And how can you just give up on a topic you're so passionate about so easily?
Believe me, it wasn't easy. I spent years struggling to hold on to the hope to be able to help the world, but I fell into a dark depression once my peers left me. They said it was a lost cause, and I could see the world slipping. So, as I was depressed, I ate. And when I ate, I got more depressed, and it became a vicious cycle. And it was harder on me than trying to swallow my tacky crackers.
A sad tale of ironic tragedy.
Yes, well, as I said,
Alright.
Also, there was Wendell Phillips, who, using his advanced oratorical skills and inspiration from William Lloyd Garrison, fought hard to put an end to slavery and the discrimination of women.
All right. Moving on. Mr. Phillips, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, what's up? Semicolon parentheses.
Yes. Well, you are known as one of the greatest orators of your time. Tell me, what's new with you?
Oh, Wilfie, why do you have to be so serious all the time, LOL? Why can't we just chillax and enjoy the moment?
Well, back in the day, you worked tirelessly, day and night, to put an end to slavery.
That was an old me, Wilfie. I mean, sure, I used to be that old stiff that would give those seriously long and boring speeches, but that's not me anymore.
And tell me, when did this change occur?
Well, way back in the day, like forever ago, I tried to put an end to this nasty little group called the Taliban. They were doing all these terrible things to girls, like banning them from receiving any education. So all the teens were too busy book-facing or twiddling. Huge fan, by the way. So I says to myself, you need to be more like those hip young kids so that they listen to you. Well, once I found out that what the tween life was like, and it was totally awesome, I just gave up on all that boring old speech stuff.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Yeah, you know it.
A similar reformer is the Quaker Lucretia Mott, who also fought hard to end slavery and women's hardships by combining the two issues together and trying to fix them both at the same time.
Okay, moving on to our final guest. So, Miss Lucretia Mott, how are you doing today?
I'm just tired of all this racism flying around nowadays. It's all just annoying. Can't I just leave this place and return to my crib in the hood?
Okay. Well then, is there anyone you look up to?
The Black Panther, yo. It's the only person I look up to. Because he's a superhero. I mean, come on. And he's black, like me.
Yes, so he is. Well then, about your past, and how you fought for women's civil rights.
Yeah, that was like a long time ago. 1,000,000 years ago, dog. Now all I do is fight for my brothers and sisters from another mother. If I was my old self, I would fight against SP-1070, which discriminates against Mexicans in our community. Which is complete bull, you know, dude.
Okay. Well then, thank you very much for your time.
Not a problem.
Posh, I'd never be caught with these ne'er-do-wells.
They're alright, I guess. They're pretty cool.
Apple